How are we going, guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to talk about how do you get abs. So for most people, getting abs is kind of like the holy grail of their fitness journey. It's kind of like, you've got some amazing results if you've got very visible abs, mainly because it means you've probably reached quite a low body fat percentage, and to get them can be quite difficult. So today I wanted to go through some of the training and nutrition principles that are going to help you get to that goal, and you maybe get a six-pack, or you just want a flat stomach with some ab lines, for example. But I will tell you nutritionally and training wise how we achieve that. So let's start off with how do we make abs visible? And the simple thing is we drop body fat. Everyone has a six-pack. You wouldn't be able to sit up if you didn't. However, due to sort of various layers of body fat, for some people they are not going to be visible. So it is a reduction in this body fat covering the abs that makes them visible. And that is pretty much totally down to nutrition, being in a calorie deficit for long enough so that body fat percentage drops sufficiently to reveal the abs. But I'm going to sort of talk to you about the training side of things, because it's not quite that straightforward, and I'll explain what I mean in just a second. So if you reduce your body fat percentage, you'll have visible abs, but they might look quite flat. And where a lot of people go wrong is they don't train their abs like they would any other muscle. People just do hundreds and hundreds of sort of body weight flutter kicks and crunches and things, and they're great. They work the abs, you'll get a burn, but the abs will respond to stimulus exactly like any other muscle. If you want to get bigger legs, you squat and you leg press and you do leg extension, and over the weeks and the months you make that heavier to increase the stimulus and to encourage the growth of that muscle. Your abs are exactly the same. So you want to load up your abs as you would any other muscle. So you could do things like cable crunches, decline weighted crunches, rotations, chops, all weighted to give a stimulus to allow them to grow. So ideally this will be done in a calorie surplus. As with any sort of muscle growth, you do need a slight calorie surplus to elicit muscle growth. This doesn't have to be a mad calorie surplus. Something of 100 to 150 calorie surplus is more than adequate for most people to gain decent amounts of lean muscle mass. So treat your abs like you would any other muscle group. Apply the stimulus to them in terms of the weight training. So you can use cable crunches, you can use cable rotations, and you build the obliques and you build the rectus abdominal muscles, and this will give you the abs the appearance of sort of standing up a little bit. So you're not just flat through the stomach, the abs sort of stand up and the obliques stand up, and you give those deeper cuts between the abs and the obliques so that when you do lean out they look a lot more impressive and not just flat. After a few months of sort of building your abs and the rest of your physique, it's then probably time to switch to a calorie deficit, in which you want to put the protein quite high and have regular protein feedings through the day so that you can elicit the muscle protein synthesis that's required for maintenance of muscle, and also a very, very good way of managing satiety and hunger. And with your abs, you probably find to get really defined abs, you're just going to have to hang in there for a long period of time. Like, impatience usually kills most people's results more than anything else. If you are truly in a calorie surplus, the body fat is coming off, you just have to keep going until you can sort of see what you want to see in terms of a visible six-pack or abdominal lines. Now, I won't go into sort of the technical side of sort of calorie deficits between male and females. Women tend to do quite well if we give them sort of diet breaks every now and again, just to come up to maintenance, just have that bit of replenishment and go again. Guys, we're a bit more fortunate. We can just kind of keep the protein high and just hang in there, easing the calories down, maybe increasing the sort of the cardio just to help with the calorie burn. But you know, that's quite a big topic, so I'm not going to go too much into that. I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you a better understanding of how to get yourself a decent six-pack or some abs. If you've got any questions, guys, drop a comment below, message me. I'm always happy to answer. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.